Alright, it is that time again, the end of 2022, and we're welcoming 2023. So, of course, here's a video of my top 10 2022 figures. And here are all 10 of them, and let's start with number 10. Alright, then 10th on my list is this Iron Man Mark 43 battle damage version by 3-0. This is their DLX line, and I already featured this guy, well, the regular version of this guy from my 2021 top 10 list figure, and this one, since they created a battle damage version, I like this even more, and the color scheme is just so good, and the weathering is just so nice that I have to put this on my top 10 list. That's why this one it's the bottom of it, since it was featured last year. Here's another angle. You can kind of see some of the battle damage pieces that are on him. Quite nice, mainly on the chest area, and look at the weathering, the dirt they added onto the bicep section, especially around the gold parts. They are really nice. The gold color, actually, I think they did a fantastic job with it. It looks quite good, and it matches the film quite nicely. And the weathering, I think, is actually better than what Hot Toys were able to produce with their other figures, like the Mark 7 battle damage. That one, the battle damage looked very soft, and this one is a lot nicer, and I think it's probably due to the size of this figure. It is much smaller, so the detailing kind of get brought up a little bit because how intricate they look. So that's why this guy is on my top 10, and it is 10th on my list, the Mark 43 battle damage figure. And 9th on my list is the NECA Turtle, the Universal Monster Turtles. I am showing this one, but this it's just in general with all the turtles that they did for the Universal Monsters. I think that's a very good crossover between the two properties, and Ninja Turtle with the Universal Monsters. This one's the Mummy. Just look at the amount of detailing, the wrapping that's around him, and especially want to showcase the turtle shell itself. It's got quite a lot of good carvings on it. Turned out fantastic. It actually looks like hard wood material, but it's not, of course. It's plastic, but the way they did it, the way the pattern is, the colors they chose, is just a fantastic figure. And they already did the Raphael with the Frankenstein looking one, and then I think there's also a invisible I think it's Donatello. Donatello is the invisible man, and then Leonardo, I forgot which one he is. Is he vampire? I'm not sure. But the four of them together would look fantastic. Currently, there are only two out right now, which is Michelangelo here and Raphael. Those are the only two that are out currently, and so I'm waiting for the other two to come out so I could combine all four to give it a very good look. A combined look with all four of the turtles. And 8th on my list is another series, which is the McFarlane Black Lantern series, and currently they have Firestorm, I think it's Firestorm, Batman, Flash, and Superman. Those are the only four that are out with the Black Lantern. Oh wait, also Necron. Those are the only ones that are out. There are Black Lantern, and I think these turned out fantastic. Take a good look at that Batman. Looks great. And then here with Flash. The arms, you can see it's decaying quite nicely. And then also with Superman, another fantastic sculpt with new sculpting for the body. I'm not sure whether the body is fully a brand new sculpt, but for the most part it is new sculpts. and turned out great. I like it, and can't wait to get all of the Black Lantern figures. Hopefully McFarlane Toys will come out with them faster, and hopefully they aren't all exclusive like Flash is. Flash was a Walmart exclusive and took forever to come out, and now it's out. Actually, you could probably find him at Walmart for a discount too. So that's why these Black Lanterns from McFarlane Toys are my eighth on my list. And 7th on my list is Serpentor with his air chariot. This is a fantastic set. It is a bit pricey. It's I think it was $89 over at HasbroPulse.com, and initially it was an convention. Was their Hasbro Pulse Con exclusive. You were able to purchase it either online. If you're a member, I chose not to because it cost $50. I didn't think it was necessary for me to join that Hasbro Pulse Club membership for $50 just to buy figures. So instead, I waited till it was available to general public, and I was able to order him just as all the other people were. So I was able to purchase this guy, and it's a fantastic piece. Chariot looks fantastic, and Serpentor looks good. One thing that I didn't like, I made a review of it already, is that back piece behind his head. Wish it was a little larger. This one's a little smaller, but it does allow his head to move full range of motion. So I like that, so I'm keeping that on him instead of the other one where the Cobra head is attached to the back piece. So it limits his range of motion tremendously for the head. He literally cannot move his head. So that was the reason I put this head on him instead of the other one. So yeah, this is a great set. Definitely worth purchasing, and if you could get your hands on it, definitely get it. And that's why this is, let's see, 7th on my list. 6th on my list is Peter Parker from Into the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is from a company called Sentinel, and they did a fantastic job with this figure. I know Mayfax is also another company that made Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse figures, but I think Sentinel did a fantastic job with it. The sculpts are very top-notch, and the figure itself, the joints and everything, they feel smooth. They feel really high quality, much better than Mayfax or any other company out there. So yeah, it's nice and tight, and it's not tight to the point where you can't move it. It's just silky smooth. It's just it feels like a top quality product, and with top quality product, of course, it will cost you too. And this set, it comes with, let's see, Peter B. Parker head, and then Peter, what was the other one? Peter B, and then Peter, I forgot the other one. It comes with a couple of head sculpts and a couple of Spider-Man sculpts, head sculpts, and lots of accessories. And it comes with a gargoyle piece too, so this gonna set you back, I think it was close to about 170, somewhere around there, I want to say. Don't quote me on it, but it was definitely more than $100. I don't think it was over 200 though, but well worth it because he looks fantastic. And let's see, Sentinel already came out with the Miles Morales Spider-Man, and they're gonna come out with Gwen pretty soon. And they already produced the Japanese girl with the robot Spider-Man. That one's already. And then I would think eventually they'll do the Noir Spider-Man as well. But for the most part, I think I'm just gonna stick with this one, Gwen, and Miles. Those are the only three I'm probably gonna get, and that's it. So yeah, that's why this guy, it's on my what, six on my list for this year, 2023, 2022 actually. All right, and fifth on my list is this Mesco 1987 Jungle Predator, and to me, this figure is fantastic. It has good range of motion, good range of motions. Netting is made out of fabric, and it has fabric loincloth, and also light up features for the biomask, and also for the shoulder cannon, so that's good. A lot of figures don't have that option. This figure will set you back about $100, but to me, I think it's totally worth it because the fact that it feels and looks like a mini Hot Toys to me. And with the light up features, of course, that's a bonus. One thing that I have issues with would be the articulation points. The range of articulations, mainly the elbows, they're on single joint, but they could barely give you 90 degrees. And then the torso, it would have been better if he could do a better crunch or arch back if those particular articulation points were a little better. Then I think this guy would have been number one on my list. But with the lack of articulation, the range of motions, then this guy is further down on the list than where it should be. Alright, and fourth on my list is this little tiny Vader figure. It is vintage Darth Vader from based on the series Kenobi, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and this is a updated Darth Vader, which the reason I put him in my top 10 list, and he's so far up the list, he's fourth on my list, is because of the range of motion he has. A lot of times Vader can only look left and right, but this one can actually tilt his head, which a lot of Vaders are not able to do, even for the 6-inch scale. And for a vintage figure that can do that, it's quite astonishing actually. So hopefully they'll carry on with this type of articulation for the 6-inch line. Look at that, that's fantastic. And then we have the cloth cape, and then cloth skirt, and then as far as the hips, they went ahead and turned it into ball joints. So now he is quite poseable. He could definitely do dynamic poses now. He can kneel down properly, looking great without feeling weird. Torso still has a little bit of range, but not enough. If they could add a little more to the torso, I think that would be fantastic. But for now, I think this Vader is one of, that's why this guy is on my top 10 and so high up on the list, is because how poseable he is. I'm just so amazed by the posability of this guy, and that's why this guy is on my top 10 list, and that's why I have to mess with it just to show you guys the articulation, the range of motion, stuff like that. Yeah, he's a fantastic figure. It looks great too. The likeness, the design, the helmet looks fantastic. Looks very accurate, and has that shiny look to it, which we all like for Darth Vader. And everywhere else, I have no issues with this figure whatsoever. And just a fantastic looking figure, and for something this small too. So again, hopefully they will continue on and bring this to the 6-inch line. And third on my list is a third-party figure, Optimus Prime. He is a 4-inch figure, so is more of a Legends line scale, but he definitely does not transform like Legends. He transformed like a masterpiece with all the intricate transformation, stuff like that. This is by far one of my favorite Optimus Prime, and the way he looks very accurate to cartoon. Not as not as cartoony as the Magic Square version of Optimus Prime. That one is very cartoon accurate. This one, it's a little more like a miniature masterpiece in a sense. I like the look of it, of this quite a bit, and also do like the Magic Square, but the Magic Square uses a type of plastic that feels a little cheaper than this. This is the glossy hard stuff, so I like that. And lots of accessories, and it comes with a hauler, and they actually reuse the sculpt for quite a few versions of Optimus Prime. Alright, here are 4 versions of Optimus Prime. Well, if I'm counting Ultra Magnus, I have 5 Optimus Prime. Actually, this similar sculpt. Here on the left here, we have the Dying Optimus Prime from the movie, the 86 movie. And then here, the regular Optimus Prime, of course. And then we have Nemesis Prime right here. And then we have Shatterglass Prime right there. And the white one would be the Ultra Magnus one, and they also got, I think, 2 more. Another one is a yellow one from Ultra Magnus. That one is cool. I kind of want to get that one, but I don't know. That one, let's see, it's a more of a translucent yellow to metallic silver. I think that one is really cool. Got a really cool color scheme, but of course that one's supposed to be Ultra Magnus. And then the other version they have is the yellow. It's I'm not sure what that one's based on, but it's a yellow and purple-ish. I want to say yellow and purple-ish, or somewhere around there. But yeah, that one's really nice too. I kind of want to get that one as well, but do I need it? Not sure, but these are the 4 that I have currently. And transformation is really fun. I already made a video of it. You guys can check that out. Actually, I made a few videos of these because there are a couple of them. But yeah, it's totally worth getting. The size is, yeah, on the smaller scale. If you're into the smaller scale, this might be one that you already have. And it's gonna set you back about, depending, I would say about 70 to 90, somewhere around there, depending on which version of this Optimus Prime you're getting. And this one's by New Age. That's why this guy is on my 3rd on my list. Alright, then number 2 on my list is Predalien by Hiya Toys. Articulation is not the most amazing thing that's going for this guy. The paint job is, and the sculpting is. It looks fantastic. The way he's sculpted and the way he's painted, it just looks absolutely gorgeous. And Predalien, I love Predalien, so we haven't gotten too many Predalien from anybody. Actually, the only ones we have are from Hiya Toys, which is this one, and also NECA. Those are the only, I believe those are the only 2 companies that made Predalien. Maybe some smaller company might have done it, but for the most part, the only ones I can remember, or the only ones I have, are from NECA and Hiya Toys. And hopefully NECA will make the ultimate version of the Predalien. But for now, this is really cool. This one is fully articulated, unlike the NECA one that came out quite a few years ago. They were very limited as far as range of motion and a lot of cut joints. So he's in a kind of a walking pose, so you can't really turn him into other poses per se. It will look a little bit weird if you want to manipulate him to a different pose other than walking. But this one is fully articulated, so you can kind of give him any type of poses you want. But again, even though this figure has a lot of points of articulation, it's not extremely dynamic, so you can't get him to do certain dynamic poses is due to the range of motion is lacking a little bit, especially for the head. If you could look, if he has a hinge joint like Hasbro does, where he could push his head all the way back, then it might benefit this figure quite a bit actually, because you could then get him to do some sort of crawling poses and stuff like that. But currently he's not able to do that, so it's more of a standing up on his 2 legs with the tail as the 3rd leg, and more like a humanoid type poses for the Pred Alien. So that's why this guy is number 2 on my list. And number 1 on my list, of course, is Venom from Carnage movie. Venom, Let There Be Carnage, based on the 2nd movie of Venom. And this figure is fantastic. A lot of people might like the Hasbro version of this guy, but I personally like the SHF version a little bit more, even though the proportion is not as good as the Hasbro version. But as far as posability and the range of motion, I think this one beats, well, some points of articulation beats Hasbro. Mainly the head. I love the fact that he could look way up with his head, and the head sculpts on the Venom, especially the eyes, way better than the Hasbro version, which I really like. The veins is not as blend in as I want it to be. I think in the film you do see parts these veins popping out, but towards the edge or the end of it, it kind of blends into the body quite well, and so I might end up using nail polish remover and then just hitting some of the edges to tone the white a little bit down, because right now it's very pronounced. And just want to show you a little more of the articulation, even though I just recently made a video of this. So if you want to check out the full review of this guy, go into my list, and you should be able to find it quite easily of this guy and the poses that he can do and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, this is one I've been anticipating quite a bit, and it turned out fantastic, and I am very happy this came out the way that I was hoping it would be. And now I am just dying to get Carnage to go with him, because they're gonna have a battle, and I think it's gonna be epic. Alright, so there you have it. There's my top 10 figures from 2022. Whether you agree or not, hopefully you agree. And if not, let me know. If you do, let me know. If you have your own top 10 list that you want to share, you're welcome to post it down in the comment section, and I'll take a look at it and see if we have some of the same figures for this year. And if you have a video that you made for your top 10 list, welcome to share it, and I'll definitely take a look at it as well. So hopefully everyone has a fantastic new year. 2023 hopefully it will be much better than 2022, and hopefully I have kept you guys all entertained for 2022, and 2023 will be another year of videos that I will produce and make for you guys, and hopefully you guys will continue on and watch them, because without you guys I won't be here. So there you go, and thanks for watching.